if you were still living in Michigan and you didn't have the looks to get you to the modeling and then the modeling to the acting and all this stuff, and let's say it just stopped at bartending and construction, what do you honestly think, if you could honestly say, hey, this is probably what I would have done?
My grandfather was a firefighter, and I've always thought about that, because what I love about firefighters is they help people.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that turned into the Clark thing. I don't know. Like when the cops show up, you're like, fuck. But when the firefighters show up, they're there to help you. I mean, that's a maybe non-sequitur. I got Ryan's attention there. But maybe I would have gone there. I have friends who've gotten into firefighting.
How funny is that you would have gone into firefighting to help people, but instead you became an actor playing a character that helps and saves people.
Pretending to help people.
But you have helped many people out there who this show was everything that they needed at that time. You know, when 9/11 happened, how many people have told us how important this show was to them, or when they saw it with their dad and their dad's no longer with them, but it was a memory. It was like, or they got them through a tough time.
Well, I mean, I agree with that. You and I spend a lot of time at the cons, and we meet people who've watched the shows growing up with their like parents who maybe are not here anymore, but it still inspires them. But I will throw this back in your face and say that I have seen you physically help more people than you have taken effort to help people around McDonald House and whatnot. You have actually become a superhero in your own life, and I'm not trying to like.
Well, no, I appreciate it, but I always feel like, and it's true, I don't do enough. I think I could do a lot more, and I think I'm more fulfilled. And
we all can.
I feel like I have more purpose when I do help people, because I feel like, but I think that true, I don't know, altruism, true like purpose is being selfless, and you're going to get purpose by doing something for someone else because you want to do that, because you want to help them, you want to help them get through a dark time. And so I don't think that I do enough. I think a lot of people could say that, but I honestly think I should do a lot more. And, but thank you. But I see you with the fans.
I also, if I may interject, I think one of the things that I get from listening to this podcast, because I am a listener.
I know that.
And I think I'm still a Patreon. I signed up at one point. I think I am.
Oh, I'll have to look.
You do a good job and you inspire me to this. You take care of yourself so you can help other people. Like I see you making efforts, and whether it's the interesting interviews you have with Zach Levi, which he always has a lot to say, but I love listening to it.
Yeah.
What I like is you say you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of other people. And I think that's a very wonderful thing. And Ryan, I don't mean to put you on the point, but I just looked up and saw you here. But I don't know if you get that from this or not, and I'd love your feedback. But like Michael inspires me, and I wonder if
that's really nice.
Not to put you on the point, you can say no.
Ryan, I don't inspire Ryan at all. I don't inspire him.
No, but I agree with what you're saying a lot. Like that's something that I had learned a lot in therapy. Is like because I do a lot of helping other people, but it helps a lot if you can help yourself first, so that you can put yourself in a position to be helpful for other people.
Well,
I grew up. I'm an Eagle Scout. Like I went through the Boy Scouts.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Nerd.
News alert! It's gonna trend.
Nerd alert.
I didn't understand it as I was going through it, but one of the merit badges you get is lifeguarding. And now that we're talking about this, and this is all just sparking, because you and I did not prepare anything about this interview.
No.
Except
nothing.
One thing, which I'm going to ask you later.
Yeah.
But it's not about us.
Fine.
But lifeguarding merit badge, when they teach you, like you already know how to swim, and they teach you how to like save people. The number one thing is if you don't think you can save the other person, you save yourself, because that other person will bring you down. And I think what I'm trying to do is kind of spin this to your podcast, which is get yourself in a place of status, however you want to say it, or homeostasis, so that you can then help other people.
It is in layman's terms, the analogy I think you're aiming for is when you're in a plane, they always say, put your mask on before you put the other one mask on, so you could help yourself, so you could help other people, like a kid or whatever. But anyway, listen.